What's going on, guys? Hey, Repeat back here, and tonight we got the NNR Truck Series. We're going to be live from Dover, the Monster Mile, the self-cleaning track. And tonight I've got none other than the guy that's in the top three in points in the Cup Series. I'll have Rowdy with me all night long. We'll have between 20 and 25 trucks to deal with. This concrete oval, I think it's like 33 degrees of banking on both sides. It's going to be an amazing race. Rowdy, I'm ready to get these Cup guys or these truck guys going. It's been a long week for them. A lot of anticipation about what tonight's going to hold. What do you think is going to happen here?
Pete, I did a little practice here earlier in the Cup car actually, and man, it's different on this game from the last game. So they're gonna have a lot of fun going right, left, coming out of corners, going into the corners, and it's gonna be fun to watch.
Well, I'm ready to watch this too, but first, as always, we got to kick it over to our buddies at Madison Rising. Get this anthem in check. It's the biggest part of all that. Nova Kane, good to see you. Already in chat, pulling for Sully. Sully's fast. I know him and Fry Dog and a couple others really work hard to make sure that Sully's got a fast vehicle everywhere he goes. But guys, for now, yeah, let's kick it over. Madison Rising.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
You're good now. Just for that split second.
All right, well, there we go. As always, a big thank you to Madison Rising for allowing NNR to use their version of the national anthem at the onset of every single race. Again, we pull this off on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays right around 9 o'clock p.m. Now, Rowdy, I know you've been very, very fast. You've been pretty dominant at this track, both on Heat 3, and I'm guessing your testing is going to leave you have a pretty good piece here on Thursday night. Who do you got for tonight as your primary and your dark horse?
I'm gonna take from my favorite, my one and only Cowboy.
Cowboy
NNR
Matt, the guy that you ran last
Cowboy.
week.
I ran his paint scheme tonight. I mean, last Thursday. I think he gets it done tonight. I'm gonna go with Rowdy Burns.
All right,
Yes.
not too bad, not too bad. Well, I tell you what, you cannot count out Asbel at all in these races, and I would say, let's see, Rowdy. And you know what? I'm going to go with a guy that's had quite a bit of momentum here built up here lately, and he just checked into chat. I'm going to go with Mountain. I think Asbel and Mountain both have a really good night. Mountain's getting better and better with that wheel. He's getting more and more comfortable with the wheel. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Actually, never mind. He just said he's not racing, so I can't go with Mountain. I really thought that he was racing tonight. That's right. No, he normally works on Sunday nights. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, he's at work. He's doing his news director bit. So I'll go Asbel and I'll go with Sully. We haven't seen Sully on any of these high banked, short track style tracks in a while. It'll be interesting to see what Sully's able to do. Vader, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. I saw where you did follow the stream while we were offline. Hopefully you're there. But Rowdy, if you want to go ahead and ask Carol for that ever important invite and let him know that we are ready to go. 200 laps around this concrete oval. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of guys, hopefully, they're not kicking off their setups too loose to where they're loose off 2 and loose off 4, or maybe sliding the nose into turns 1 and 3. Man, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. The first of 3 races here this week, guys. There's 3 races left to go in the series before we start off. Before we get to the chase, we've got Dover this week, Daytona next week, and then we've got Darlington as the race to head into the chase. And I see I just got an invite from the one and only Carol, the league admin for the Truck Series. I'm just waiting to see that they've kicked off, and they have. So I'm going to go ahead and join them. Did he send that to you too, or do you need me to send it to you?
He did not. I need one.
Okay, not a problem. As soon as I get in, I'll get you in, and we'll get this going. You're starting to lag a little bit, but you sound like a robot. Now I know what HD always meant, and every time you told me I was lagging.
Am I better now?
Yep, you're good now.
Okay.
All right, you should have
Ooh,
that invite.
I'm excited. So
Yeah, you're lagging
excited.
again. There's
I
the
never wow.
old Optimus Prime invading the NNR truck race here at Dover. But yeah, I'll have the streams of Carol. I'll have an option for NNR JR Horn. I'll have Mountain. I'm sorry, not Mountain. Cowboy did it again. Mountain. One day we're gonna meet up, and you're just gonna smack me upside the back of the head and say, "Here, was that just Cowboy that smacked you, or was that Mountain?" Right? I know it's coming. But yeah, about 200 laps on this concrete oval. Miles the Monster's just waiting to reach down and smack someone up into the wall. Yep, man, I tell you, you're awesome, buddy. Eliza Jane, 34. Thank you very much for the follow. There we see the 8 truck of Asbel on the pole with the 88 of Watt Racing to his outside. The 5 Little Tank starting there at P3. It's got kind of a desert camo thing going almost. We see Sully, the guy that I picked to possibly get it done tonight. There's the 00 of Blessed Hands. The 64 of Exclusively Elite. Fatless Digging at 75, last week's winner. There we got King Outbreak, NNR Trip, old Trippy Main. Got the 12 of Double J, Rowdy Burns in that 69. Cowboy rocking again, that old, what you call it, uh, Kyle Busch or Bobby Labonte paint scheme. Gotta love it. There's a 77 of Tar Heel. Bot plays Spurl, Vader, Papa Bear, and Swats. We're going to work our way back up to the front here, and there we go. Set them off green in the 1 and 2, Rowdy. Here we go. Rowdy. Oh, Rowdy.
There we go. Is it working now?
Yep, I got you,
Am I
buddy.
good?
I got you now.
All
Yep.
righty. Yeah.
So, yeah,
It should be a good racing tonight. It's only a single groove racetrack, so unless you got help on the high side, you probably want to get to the bottom for most part of the day. But I think you can get that high side going if you have help.
Well, we just saw, the 88 Watt Racing sitting P3 right now. He actually allowed the 5 of Little Tank to get by or get underneath him and actually get by him because Watt so far doesn't look like he's been able to get that truck glued to the bottom like the 8 of Asbel or like the 5 of Little Tank. And he's got company now right behind him now. I believe that's Sully. So he's going to have to get it down. Every car right now is on that bottom line or trying to get there. So it's already like a conveyor belt of cars. I'm really waiting for this first stage break so we can get in, get some adjustments to these trucks, and watch to see what their practice time really means for whichever preset they've chosen.
Yes, sir. Looks like Asville got a pretty good lead out here. I'm watching him. He's got about a 5-car truck length lead, which is probably on a little bit higher preset. So they're probably gonna have to work together to get up to him and try to pass him. But it's gonna be fun. There is contact in the back, but it looks like they got it a little bit sorted out now.
Yeah, everybody looks like they're still pretty straight here. See a little bit of a battle here, side by side. You got the 2 of Sully and the 88 of Watt Racing, and now because the 2 opened that door for himself, the 88 almost lost another spot to the truck that's now right behind him, but he was able to get it back down. Maybe he's learning some braking points. We know that the draft here is it is a legit thing. So maybe he's having to figure out different lifting points because he's going just a little bit faster into the corners than it would have been when he was practicing by himself.
Yeah, the draft plays a big.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, Rowdy. Go ahead.
A big role here, especially in the trucks. You rely on them so much, pretty much every mile and a half in super speedway, because they don't have enough power to get off the corners. So it's gonna be a challenge for them tonight. But like you said, as soon as they get the setups in, they should be a little bit better racing out here. Hopefully too wide.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that we can figure out, or these guys can get to their double wide. White Hammer, Cowboy Matt's a little bit further in the back. There he is. He's actually all kind of by himself. He's between a couple of different packs. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm adjusting the stream details. I got a little bit of a late start, and I apologize for that. I was having some mic issues. Somehow the Bluetooth in my tower got turned off, so it wasn't picking up Discord or anything else. So I'm adjusting the race details as we speak. It shouldn't be much longer. But Rowdy, these guys, they're starting to almost kind of like tandem. It's like 2 by 2 by 2 back to the 19, and then it's by 2 by 2. So they're getting there.
Yeah, it's like Talladega all over again, but yeah, they're doing good so far. There's a little bit of racing between the 12 and whoever's behind them. I don't know his name. They were side by side going into turn 3. They're single file now, but man, that was pretty close. One of them almost got into the wall.
quick, kind of off the cuff. Let's see.
Looks like Carroll has damage on his car. He's way, way back, just now coming across the start finish line.
Yeah,
Going into
Carroll
one.
doesn't really try as hard. He's not here for points. He basically lets the other guys do their thing, run up front, run in front of him mostly. Unless he has a really really powerful piece, then he'll try to contend the best he can. Sorry for the dark screen there, guys. Let's see.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Bot, for letting me know about or Bod rather. Thank you very much for letting me know. That should change here in just a minute. But let's keep on going through the field. We saw exclusively Elite get on by Watt Racing, and he followed through a hole that the 5 Little Tank made. But yeah, these they're getting very very spread out. I'm looking forward to pretty much a green flag run tonight. Again, we got 200 laps. Depending on which preset, you're going to start seeing people really get very, very free off the corner. Right, Bud. Yeah, it showed up, but it was still saying the Cup Series, not the Truck Series. So it might have shown up as I was going along, or as I was typing it in. Go ahead, Rowdy.
Pete, they're closing in on the leader. Second, third, and fourth are closing in on the leader. They're working together, and they're almost to his back bumper.
Yep, I see the 64, the 5, and the 2. So up front, we got the 8 truck of Asvel. My pick to win it all. Little Tank right behind him. He's having a great battle trying to hold that 64 off. But I think the real player, if he can get up front, is going to be the 2 of Sully. There was who was that? There was Novocaine mentioned earlier that he'd be pulling for Sully. Frydog, Frydog actually sent me a friend request on Facebook earlier. It's kind of unexpected, but man, I love chatting with everybody. Love bringing these streams to you. Love showing the competition that NNR can put on each and every week. You know what? I'd put if we were able to grab some of those NASCAR guys that have been racing on iRacing and put them into some of these trucks, I think I'd still pick our community members over those the NASCAR drivers. On the guys on iRacing, there's a lot of new ones, right? So to throw them into a sim and change the view that they've got, just like for me, I run the trail cam only on the cars and trucks, the camera behind the vehicle. Now on iRacing, I've been having a hard time adjusting to an in-car mode where you see the roll bar and all that. You don't get the same view, so it kind of obstructs it for me. But there's some people that are really, really good at it. I'd love to see some actual NASCAR drivers come down, run heat forward with some of these guys, and see what happens to them. Who do you think would walk away with something like that, Rowdy?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of them. I can see Chase Elliott coming down here, and maybe Ty Dillon, maybe Matt Benedetto. Those type of guys coming down and getting on here and playing with us. Maybe even Tyler Reddick. He's been on here, raced a few races. That'd be cool to go in a public lobby to race with those guys, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I didn't think about Tyler Reddick. He was one of the hosts of the 10K race that they ran just a couple weeks ago. Boehner actually walked away with a little bit of that prize.
64 truck is right on the bumper.
Yeah, Rowdy, you got that Alaskan connection going on tonight. I'm guessing
Yeah.
when they
Think
filmed
we
the
might have
movie
a battle for
Transformer.
the lead here in a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you, bot.
He's
Or
right
I
up on
I see
his
you, bot.
bumper.
Yep, Rowdy, your mic is really cutting out.
All right, give me a second.
Okay. Well, whatever you did right there, it's Bod Fusion said you sound like Wall-E dying. Yeah. Um, sound like Bumblebee when he couldn't quite get the radio right. Oh man, but I did see the battle that the 64 is trying to put on the 8, and he's got the 2 truck of Sully right behind him. So your top 3 is really starting to skate away. We saw the 5 truck of Little Tank go ahead and hit down pit road. He's going to be the first one. I'm guessing he got caught speeding because he's coming out yet again. They have to follow that apron all the way around and pull it back up on track. As it looks like the 8 truck of Asbel, he's uh, signaling right now that he's going to pull himself into the pits, try to keep as much speed, much momentum as he can along that apron without spinning out, but not losing time to these guys when they go in. It really is kind of luck of the draw, and they've got to do the best they can to not lose too much time. As we see the 2 right there, he's also going to go down pit road. Here's 94 old King Outbreak. Just saw White Hammer saying he's going to be going for Outbreak, so definitely a good possibility. He's side by side right here with the 88 of Bot of oh boy, now my names are all thrown off. Watt Racing, there we go. Now Bot Racing. Um, the 88, he's pretty much got a pretty good lock on the regular season championship. He just needs to really maintain, and um, he'll be sitting pretty for the regular season champ. And once the points reset, um, when we start after Darlington, he'll be sitting in a pretty good position. I think the only one that might have more wins than him on the season is Asbel, and Asbel is absolutely going to give him a lot of competition as they go into the postseason. How you doing, Rowdy? You doing better?
All right. Is it doing better?
Oh yeah, you sound great now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I've been watching the 8 truck as Asbel. He's behind a couple of guys now. I want to see how he gets through this traffic. Well, the 88 truck, but he'll be pulling up on to a couple more guys here soon. I want to see how he gets by him since he has newer tires, about 2 laps newer tires. Oh, he just moved them out of the way. Okay, never mind.
I tell you what,
He
I'm
pulled
actually
me.
sitting. Yep. Yeah, really. Sitting right now on the 90 truck of old Papa Bear. I tell you what, every race that Papa is part of, he goes on Facebook and he creates a post for everybody in a couple of different groups to see. And he actually tagged the iRacing community with the commercial that Mountain put together for us. It's pretty cool. Novocaine saying Sully got the black flag. That's very unfortunate. Definitely has a very strong truck. We'll try to catch up with that too. With the truck that he's had, he should be able to make his way through traffic. See the 20 of Striker just leaving the pits. But we're gonna try to keep on the leaders as much as possible. I'm gonna guess that once all is said and done, it's probably gonna shake back out to the 8 truck of Asbel. We'll have to see where the 5 Little Tank fits in. We saw that more than likely he got a black flag as well. There he is. Speaking of them, Little Tank's been pretty strong all season. As the points continue to scroll across the bottom, he's sitting pretty high up in points. And actually, I'm going to take a quick look at the NNR website, guys. If you want to see the website, go to nnrleague.com. There's a lot of information there about each and every race, points, who got the pole, what the fastest lap was, who the drivers are, who's locked in on points, who's got what amount of wins. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff there. There's a few of the commercials we use and things like that. But um, right now, the guy sitting in the field that's got the most amount of wins is Asbel. Little Tank does have a win. He got a win a little ways back. I want to say it's like a month and a half ago. So we'll have to see how he's able to rebound after. I'm pretty sure he got a black flag.
Yeah, he's back here with the 17 and a couple other tracks. The side by side right now. Actually, they keep trading it every corner. The 17 would go up high and get past them, and then Zolly would go past them in the next corner, and then they would just keep doing it the last 2 laps. But they finally figured it out and back single file back
Well,
now. But right above them is pretty good racing too.
yeah, absolutely. The 75 Fatless Dig is again last week's winner at Gateway. He had a monster of a truck. I mean, he just you hear the term "spank the field," and that is exactly what he did. Sully, he just or not Sully, Fatless Dig. He really put on a clinic.
So
Actually,
what
there's
Rose did to us in the Cup Series,
exactly.
he pulled
Yep.
a Rose.
He pulled the Rose. There's a few of these guys that I can see either moving all the way up to Cup next year, or definitely moving up to at least Xfinity. I know Aswell runs in the truck in Xfinity. There have been a few people that have asked him whether he'd want a Cup ride or not, and he said he has a lot of fun in Xfinity and trucks. So I don't know if it's just because he's pretty comfortable. He has a pretty good idea that he can win almost every week. I would hope that he would challenge himself and want to move up to the next level. But hey, um, people got to do. Uh, Sometimes stay a year or two, kind of like Augustus. He stayed a couple years. Now he's pretty competitive in the Cup Series. But then again, last year he had a teammate, which I think was like Rose or Ingalls, and it worked wonders for him because Goose is very strong each and every week as well.
Oh yeah, racing against him every week. Yeah, he's definitely a nuisance for me, but he's doing good this year. So is the Xfinity guys that got brought up from up to Cup. They're doing pretty good. It sucks that Banner couldn't race last week at Gateway. That
Yeah,
would have been fun to race against him. But
yeah. Boehner's strong every week. Him, Finessed, Mountain, and I think there might be one other practice a lot, and they practice for the short race. They practice for the long race. Um, they really try to get their cars and trucks dialed in every time they hit the track, so they're prepared for whatever kind of scenario may come their way. But Finesse and Boehner and Mountain's really been pouring it on a lot lately. Uh, I see him in the top 10 more often than not, and I'm completely happy for him that he's doing that. He's moving up ever so slightly in the standings. He's pretty much a lock in the Xfinity Series championship standings. We'll just have to see if he's able to progress a little bit more and really work his way from the 16 to top 12 to top 8, and who knows, maybe wind up in the top 4 and really play that whole underdog or Cinderella story.
yeah, it's definitely going to be challenging uh, these last 3 weeks, and then in the playoffs because it just ramps up that much more as soon as we get into the playoffs. So it's going to be exciting. I'm ready. I'm ready for the chase.
Yeah, and if the man is out there, Rock NASCAR, if you're out there and you're listening, I'm not sure if everybody knows this, but the man he's kind of like the governor of some of these Facebook heat pages, and for the person that wins the Cup Series championship this year, he has actually offered up a 1-year Xbox Live subscription. So that's pretty generous of the guy, and I'm looking forward to. It looks like we got caution on the field here.
I think it's the stage end.
Oh, is that the stage end? I'm
Yeah.
glad to see that stage end. Let's take a quick commercial break. You want to know how to follow NNR? Here you go.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
Like I always say, you didn't miss a thing. Here we are on the restart, the 8 of Asbel, kicking it off, bringing him into turn 1. You got the 5 of Little Tank right behind him. Then I believe that's the 64. I could be wrong, but definitely in the back. They're mixing it up just a little bit. It's good to see these guys side by side again, Rowdy.
Yeah, it looks like they got in the wall coming out of 2 there on the restart, but it looks like they collected it coming. Yeah, they're good now. I'm like having little brain farts over here. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing you here. I think you've won the last 2 races when we visited Dover. Last time I
Yeah.
remember you and Kamal really got together. I know some people said lag, some people say he lagged, you lagged, you got down on the apron. Who knows? Either way, you went on to take that victory. What do you think your chances are of making it 3 in a row when you guys get here on Thursday night?
Oh man, it's gonna be fun. If Rose wasn't in the field, maybe I might have a chance. Since like half my second place finishes are from him finishing right in front of me when I have a good enough car. So I think I can get. I think I have a good enough car to get the win here, but it's definitely gonna be challenging with Kamal having a good car here. He's always good here. Rose, Amore, you know, about 10 other guys that I can just name off that's really, really good here. So it's going to be very challenging.
Yeah, it really will, and I'm looking forward to it. I know HD's looking forward to it also. It's nice to be back at at Dover. I mean, it's a very fast 1 mile concrete track. I remember back in the day, just a few games ago, you actually had to what you call it? You couldn't just mat the gas right off the get-go. You actually had to kind of get a rolling start, almost like Homestead was, and it's just the kind of track. But they've kind of fixed that. Now you can mat it right off the get-go, but it wears completely different than an asphalt track does. This Dover is very, very different. As Kamal is checking into chat. Good to see you, bud. Saying Thursday is going to be different. Haha. 95 is fast this week. So, Kamal, I think you might have to run that HD Motorsports Procore Toyota. And I'm sure if you're up front often, putting on that clinic, HD's gonna love to call you out all the time. And man, I'll be right there with him.
We got a battle for second, Pete. Going down
Yep.
the backstretch, going into 3. You got under him going into 1 with the bump of the 88 right before they got into 1 and moved them slightly up the track.
Yeah, that's actually a battle for second right now. 64, the 88, the 5 of Little Tank, and then the 75, Fatless Dig. Fatless, last week's winner. He's right back in the mix since the restart. So I'm guessing he really needed that restart to make that stage caution to make any adjustments that he could to get that truck either freed up where he's fast enough now to keep up with the leaders, or tightened up depending on which preset. Usually if you pick a higher preset, coming off the corners, you're going to get looser, or you're going to get loose before someone else that's on a lower preset. So it's good to see Fatless right back up here. He's going to be another contender as we get closer to the postseason.
Yeah, I'm very happy, surprised that it's actually going green with how hard it is to drive this track on this game. These guys are doing a phenomenal job. Like zero cautions, all green flag. I hope Tuesday and Thursday go like this.
Well, these guys, they've got about 25 trucks on track. Um, and they went caution free last week. Here they are again. Just the stage so far. They can get a little bit of separation, but it's really this track is very, very odd. You really hit that hill going down into turn 1 and 2, and then you climbing back out of the hill, and then going back down the straightaway. You're already halfway down the straightaway just before you go under the bridge. You've already thought well before that, how you're going to attack 3 because your truck or your car is going to land all over again. Um, yeah, Lefebvre, I agree with you. That apron will get you here every time for sure. That's why you really got to be careful of how much you push it in order to get into the pits. We've seen 2 black flags already tonight for people that pushed it too hard. Maybe they were thinking they couldn't get on the brakes because they'd spin out or what. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, appreciate that, Lefebvre. Glad that you're here checking in.
Hey
Waiting for
Pete,
that 3.
there's a lot of good racing back here with the 19 to 00. Oh, there's just a whole gaggle of cars just racing each other super, super hard. They just went single file, but the last couple laps, they were just on each other, banging, door banging, and everything.
Yeah, I actually just caught up. I think I caught up just as they decided to maybe take care of themselves for a second. I found the truck of Cowboy as he's pushing right on the bottom line. He's got the 33 old Trippy Main to his outside and the 71 right behind. So Cowboy's really trying to keep that truck
Ooh.
down. He's having to blow it up just a little bit. Kind of ran up the hill. Might have
Yeah, it hit him just a little bit for having him on the outside, but ooh, look right in front of him. Horn just ran that truck straight up into the wall. Oh my lord.
Yeah. Horn looks like he was having a little bit of an issue trying to get that thing to turn. But, him and Carroll and Stryker and a bunch of these other guys have been running a lot of iRacing here lately. And you got to figure, going from iRacing back to this, the different feel in the wheel and a different feel in the brake and the gas pedal, you figure that it's got to play with how you attack the game just a little bit. So it's gotta throw them off here you know just a bit. I've heard Corn talk about that every now and then. What's up, Banner?
Yeah,
Good to see you, sir.
yeah. When I used to do iRacing, it was very different going from PC to console every single time. It would take a few races to get it back under your belt, but I think they should be fine.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if some of those guys, as we get closer and closer to starting the chase, if they still decide to run iRacing, if they have any hopes of getting into championship form here on Heat 4. Like you said,
Three
it does
wide,
throw you
Pete.
off. Yep, I'm with them. Yep, I see the 19. They were able to. I'm guessing the car on the bottom there kind of let up and let those guys go. They did not want to get into that corner
Yeah,
running 3 wide.
yeah, that was probably a good choice by him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Looks like some green flag pit stops are about to kick off to try to get a little bit closer to the front again. Still, you see the 12 with Double J, NNR's Marine, uh, staying right in front of the 33 of Trippy Main. There's 69 old Rowdy Burns. He's going to go ahead and take it down pit road. A little bit of contact to the inside wall. Whole lot of grass. There's the that metal barricade. It's not going to give, man. You got to keep your car, your truck away from that. Keep it from being damaged. And I'm going to guess that something happened. He had to stop and back up or whatever it was. I don't know. But Rowdy lost a lot of time getting into the pits right there.
Huh. Well, I'm at the front with the 8 truck, and the back two isn't really falling off him, or he's pulling away. They're just staying right in that little 7 to 8 tenth gap, and it's just staying there the whole time. But it looks like they're getting a little tight back there, and the 8 truck's just hugging that bottom.
Ooh, got a little bit of contact behind the 18 Matt. We'll see if that brings out the caution or not. Usually the game will not throw it. This track is very much a self-cleaning track. If you wreck up top, you will go to the bottom. And more than likely, you're going to hit the wall down there just as hard as you hit the wall on the outside. So I don't think caution's coming out. I still see NNR Cowboy or Cowboy Matt, however you prefer. He's still in the gas, digging hard.
Yeah,
There's
we got a
Tom
battle for second. The 88 truck just passed the 64 truck. But that was a nice clean pass coming out of the corner. I don't know if he let him go or he just made a power move on him.
Ah, bringing it out. The old
power
terminology, the power move. There you go. Yeah, I'm on the 88 right now. Again, your series points leader. Tell you what, Bot only has like one, maybe two wins on a season. I'll actually go back to nnrleague.com and check on old Bot. I'm sorry, not Bot. I keep saying Bot. It's Watt. Yeah, Watt's actually got 3 wins on a season. So he's got about 178 points over Lil Tank. So he's got a pretty commanding lead. There have been a few people that have come and gone that gave him a little bit of a challenge in the points, but man, they didn't stick around, and he can miss like the next 2 races, and the regular season championship would be all his. I mean, he could lock it up here if he hasn't already. He could start to get prepared for the chase tracks.
That's what I do about this time about every year. I take a little break, just go out there and run laps. Except for last week, I actually had a car to contend to win, but I think the last 2 weeks take it easy, don't get in trouble. Start preparing for the chase. I don't know which track it is, the first track it is, but I like to give myself 3 weeks in advance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now the points for the Cup Series, I'll get them updated here pretty soon. But right now, More Smokes got the lead, but CGMX Rose has been closing in. In fact, after the race the other night, I'm sure Rose actually has that points lead now, and the More Smoke could fall to second or third. But before the points are updated, it was a More Smoke, Rose 7 points back. Then you had the Aviator 26 points back, and then you 40 behind. And then it goes back to Ingalls, the first driver in points without a win at 133. So the top 4 you guys can shake up the top 4 in points in just this race, depending on how it falls. So it is that close for you guys.
Yeah, it's very challenging with Amore, Rose, and Aviator, and of course you got Ingalls, Stout, and all those other guys in there. But I'm looking forward to the chase. It's definitely different from the past 3 to 4 seasons that I raced with NNR / D4C,
Yep.
and I'm really looking forward to it. The challenge of trying to beat these guys, even though I should have had it last year, but came up a little short.
You came close. Yeah, last year's champion, Aviator. It actually he was almost eliminated from the chase. If he didn't win the race at Talladega, we'd be talking about a different champion. But no, he was able to get that win, propel himself further into the chase, and he ended up rolling away with the victory. Rolling away with the championship. But I've said this before, Rowdy, and I don't know if you've gone back and you've watched the streams and whatnot, but whoever wins this year's championship is going to truly earn it. As we get into the top 16 and every stage of the chase all the way up to the championship race at Atlanta. Every stage of the chase has a short track, it has a road course, it has an intermediate track, and a speedway. So you're going to have to be good at all types of racing if you're going to win this year's championship. Nobody's just going to walk away with it. It's going to be a challenge all the way down to the very last lap at Atlanta.
Yeah, personally, I am looking forward to the road courses in the chase. That is definitely different. We haven't ran a road course since Charlotte Roval.
Yep.
That's the only one we
Yep.
had in the regular season.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to racing those road courses again and see what happens, because you never know what's going to happen.
Right, no, not at all. You absolutely never know. Shadowlac, let's see. It's story time and a little bit of race announcing. How are you, Shad? Talking about the chase and a different layout for it this year. There's old Rowdy Burns, the 18 of Cowboy, underneath the 12 of Double J. Very spread out right now. Green flag pit stops have just finished up. So everybody's out there for brand new Mr. Feelgoods, full tank of gas. And, this is where it starts to get a little racy. Here's a 98 of Vader, 51 of your brother on the outside. There's Fatless Dig trying to get underneath him, going through the corner. Pretty good.
You almost got him.
Yep. Back to Swats. There it is. Pass for position. So now he's 51 of Swats going to try to have to hold off that 71. Looks like 71 might have hit the wall there just a little bit. Taking a break from COD, man. Well, I'm glad that you decided to come on over, hang out with me and old Rowdy here in the booth. As we check out all 23 to 25 trucks on track here from Dover tonight.
I'll tell you what, this 88 truck is chasing down the 64 truck that's in second. He's gained on him about 3 to 4 tenths in the last 2 laps, and man, that truck's fast.
Well, Rowdy, when you were doing your practice, getting your time in and whatnot, did you get a chance to actually practice with other people, or were you practicing by yourself, just kind of working on your wear and the amount of laps that you're able to go on a tank of gas?
I practiced with Knights for a little bit, but it was mostly by myself. In the Cup car, it's just so hard here. It's loose in and it's loose off, so it's kind of hard to make a setup around that area. So I'm just gonna have to sacrifice at least maybe loose end and see what happens. But it's definitely challenging in the Cup car here.
No doubt, it's gonna be challenging. I mean, the trucks definitely handle quite a bit different than the Cup cars do. They're a bit more stable, but they can you can lose control of these guys as well, depending on how much you burn up that right rear. A little bit of a battle back here between the 51 of SWAT's, it's the 71, and then the 5 Little Tank here. Little Tank's actually going to be able to pull down underneath the 51, keep it penned down to the bottom. 51's going to be up high. 5 going to be able to grab that position unless the 51 gets a great run off.
Yeah, he's coming back. Oh, he slapped the wall a little bit.
Yep, slapped that wall just a little bit. It's going to take a little bit of momentum from him.
I think that's the stage.
Yeah, is that the stage? Or yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's
All
the
right.
stage. That's pretty fast. These
head on
trucks are
over
going
to NNRleague.com. Scroll down to that Zazzle button. Here's some of the stuff you'll find there.
Hey NNR fans, are you looking for a way to rep your favorite NASCAR Heat Preset League on Xbox Live? Look no further. Just go to NNRleague.com, scroll down to the Zazzle tab, and see what we have to offer. From t-shirts to hoodies to clocks, we have everything you need to show your support. Thanks for being the best fans, and we hope to see you at the track repping that NNR red.
All right, we're going to rack and stack them back up here. Now we see the 88 of old Watt Racing here in the he's going to be the control car with the 8 of Asbel to his outside. Behind these guys, we'll have to wait and see till they come into frame. But the 8's going to try to keep that 88 pinned down. Definitely does not want to allow him to accelerate off the corner. A little bit of contact there. Here comes the 2 of Sully and the 64 behind. 8's going to, have a really good entrance into turns 3 and 4. Pull back up on that 88. First through fourth right now, all single file. Let's kind of work our way back through the field here just a little bit.
Yeah, I want to see what the A truck up here does in traffic, since he hasn't really been in traffic all day. He's been up front pretty much in clean air. It's gonna be see what he does. Oh, he just got right under him. Okay.
Yeah, I think the 88 got a little bit of the apron, and that allowed the 8 of Asbel to really pull up alongside. Now, the 88, he was up high in the beginning of the race, and he was able to find a hole to get down pretty quick. As you see, he just did it again. So now just kind of hang in there, maybe try to pull a little bit of a crossover. If the 8 did give him any kind of a bump getting into the corner, you know he's going to pay him back. He just took a bump again.
Ooh, is that gonna? No, they collected it. Ooh, that could have been much bigger than it was. But I'm definitely positive he's got damage now.
Yeah, the 88 pretty much got used up in that corner right there. Somebody clearly got under him. I don't know if they misjudged and didn't think they were as close to the 88's bumper as they were, but he absolutely got pushed up the track. And now in front of the 88, they are 3 wide.
Oh, boy. Oh, it looks like he's definitely got damage. He's washing up the track, trying to keep it down. Thankfully, he didn't go into 94.
If he does have any damage, it's actually pretty minimal. I'll tell you what, Rowdy, I really miss the camera angles. How while the truck or car was going around the track, you kind of pan around just a little bit, but not this time.
Yeah, hopefully in the next
that,
game we get a
Sully's
little
the
better.
one that got into Watt. So what was that, Rowdy?
I hope the next year's camera angles are a little bit better and bring back that little toggle that you can go around the trucks. That was actually really nice to have. And maybe we'll have the tool.
Maybe we'll have the tool. Although I tell you what, I'm not going to give the guy a plug because I don't agree with this kid having access to some of the pregame stuff. I watched him last year before this game came out, and he was showing people how to wreck others more than actually what the cars and trucks were able to do, and the different things you could do in the pits and in the garage with the different setups and whatnot. It looked like he was playing Wreckfest rather than actually showing off a game that more than likely he got paid to do. But supposedly in Heat 5, again, they're not going to have the paint booth like kind of what we had back on 09. It'll be very similar to what we have right now, which isn't bad. You and several others have really done a great job at showing your, showing what you're able to create with the limited tools. Being very, very creative. I'm going to keep going through this battle between the 64, the 8, and the 2. Sully's having a pretty good run so far. He's going to allow the 64 maybe to get to that inside bumper, maybe just a little bit of a fender. Nope. The 2 is able to go ahead and slam that door. So it's still the 8, the 2, and the 64 with the 5 a little tank about half a straightaway behind.
It doesn't look like the 8 is as strong as he was in the last stage or the runs before it. It looks like these guys just made their trucks better, or Asbel just made the wrong adjustment that he doesn't like, but they're definitely keeping up with him this time.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely keeping up with him. Novocaine, this duel right here is absolutely for the lead. You see the 8 of Asbel up front, the 2 of Sully in P2, and here comes the 64 of Exclusively Elite, new guy to NNR. You see that little emblem on the back of the truck. You see the yellow rims and the yellow number on the
Oh,
door.
big wreck and going into 3, Pete. Big
Yep, I
wreck.
just saw that, but I missed it.
Oh, man. That was about 5 trucks
Yep,
going
and that
around.
should bring out the caution. Um, Guys, we're still trying to give away a die cast, a signed die cast from Bruton Smith. Check this out.
Hey NNR fans, get your hands on this Lowe's Motor Speedway 50th anniversary diecast that's signed by track owner Bruton Smith by watching repeats broadcast on Twitch. If we get over 50 live viewers on any stream, the diecast will be unlocked. The winner will then be determined by a trivia question selected by repeats. First to answer adds this sweet ride to their collection. Thanks for being the best fans around.
All right. Again, thank you very much, Mountain, for all of our NNR commercials. Absolutely appreciate you. Again, rack stack back up. 64 of Exclusively Elite, the 8 of Asbel to the outside. See a few guys down there on the apron. I'm guessing they forgot to hit that double A, and unfortunately, one of them is the 18 of Cowboy, or is just fallen to the back. Not quite sure why, but yeah. Go ahead.
Actually, we Coey put in a new rule that if you cause a wreck, that you have to go to the back, or you get involved in a wreck, you have to go to the back now. So that's probably what happened.
Really?
As that went to the back, yeah, it's something new to keep the cautions down. I don't know.
Yeah,
I might be
I get.
wrong, but
I
but
could
the
see
past couple
that
days.
if NNR was in every race caution fest, but it's definitely not. I don't know why, but you know what? Coey gets paid the big bucks and pays the big bucks sometimes to run NNR. So we'll leave those decisions up to the boss man. But I don't know. I mean, in real NASCAR, if you get wrecked and you fix damage, you're starting tail end. So I could see it from that side, but we're like 3 races from the chase. Why change things up now? So that means if the person in second place, you know, gets to the inside of the leader. Let's say what happened between you and Kamal last week. You wrecked Kamal taking the white flag. If it was with 3 to go, you'd end up going to the back where you clearly had a strong race or a strong car all race long. So you're immediately taken out of it, even though if it's just a racing deal. I don't know. I don't.
It happened to me and Rose at Pocono. He kind of got into me and kind of wrecked me, and he had to go to the back. But I was already back there, so I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, we're as old Darrell Waltrip DW on Twitter. It's actually all Waltrip. Used to say caution breeds cautions. Here we are under caution again. I saw the 69 of Rowdy Burns trying to right that truck up. Now these cautions are pretty good for the 88 of Watt Racing. He found himself getting used up a little bit, ended up going into the back, and these cautions are probably going to be pretty good for him to fix a little bit of that damage and bring everybody back together again.
Yeah, it looks like he got involved in that caution because his truck's pretty beat up right now.
Yeah, that right
I'm not
front
sure
is
what the
absolutely
caution
beat up,
was.
All right, let's see here. How about we kind of ride on board here with the 5 of Little Tank is Hood View, looking straight ahead at the 75 of Fatless Dig and the 8 of Asbel to his inside. There you see the 00 also on the bottom lane. 8 truly pushing that 00 all the way into the corner. Hopefully it wasn't too much or more than he was able to handle. 3 wide for P3 right here.
Ooh, they're getting a little dicey.
That 8 definitely
Keep
came
it
up
up there,
off
keep
that
it up
bottom
there.
line just a little bit.
Yeah, I want to see what he does in the back now. He's about 3 trucks back now, 4 trucks back, and they're just pushing on each other way in the back. I don't know what's going on back there.
Yeah, they were racing
There's a big one.
pretty hard. Now,
Big wreck.
earlier in the race, Novocaine picked the 2 of Sully to go ahead and get it done. As it looks like we're going to be back under caution again. Well, but right now, Sully has has that clean air. He's got the lead. It's very, very important, as Boehner just said in chat. The draft is very powerful here. Yep, Novocaine, Sully's P1. It's a nice looking fire engine red deuce. Pretty nice looking machine. It's like you heard the song Engine number 9? Engine number 2. We'll have to see what he's able to do with it. He's ready to rush to the white flag here to put that fire out in victory lane.
Oh, my driver, NNR Cowboy, is up there in the top. Oh, well, I just switched off me. He was in the top 8. I think he's sitting 8th right now. He's
Yep,
slowly
he's
making his way up there. Come on, Cowboy.
Yep, he's sitting P8, and I tell you what, you did him a great justice last week, rocking his Interstate Batteries throwback colors. You, again, I don't know if you went back and watched that race, but man, you look pretty strong in that. A lot of time in P2, quite a few. I believe you led quite a few laps as well in front of the Aviator. You and him had several good duels. So yeah, those colors look pretty good on you.
Yeah, I still thank Cowboy for letting me run that paint scheme. Oh, it was so awesome.
Oh, big wreck
running it.
again in the back. Just saw the 9 of Carroll going around.
Ooh, and I got caution come out. Darn it, man. Come on, guys.
Yep. I'm actually gonna take a look at Carroll's stream. I have got the streams of Carroll and Mountain. I gotta stop doing that. Carroll and Cowboy. I keep saying Mountain. I don't know why. I mean, I've never associated Mountain with the green, that green truck that he races every week. I don't know why I do that. But let's take a look at Carroll's stream. Saying they've got 82 laps remaining here in the final stage. Looks like after pitting, they're able to run about 30 laps. He had about 14 seconds of repair, so Carroll will definitely be restarting, if not the last car, pretty close to being tail end Charlie. But let's give it a whirl again. Between the 8 of Aswell, the 2, the 69 of Rowdy, and the 64 of Elite. That's going to be your top 4. There's a 98 in 5th. That 00. I'm actually going to go ahead and find that 00. Maybe take a ride with him. That's going to be the 00. Pretty, almost kind of like a petty blue. Yeah, I saw that behind them too. It looks like we're gonna stay green. Watt again suffered from that bit of melee in the back, but he's going to be able to press on. Hopefully he's got strong enough of a truck to bring himself back up.
I think he does. He's been running pretty strong all race. It's just the product getting stuck in the back with a fast truck or a fast car. Things like that are going to happen, but as long as he keeps calm, and he's still got a lot of time left, 80 laps left? He's got a lot of time to get back up there.
Yeah, now Boehner's in chat. He said single file time. I would imagine that was the third caution between pit cycle. I would imagine if they have one more caution, they will go to a modified restart, which I don't think we've seen yet this year. Everything has been pretty much even keel. We've had a few cautions here and there, but we haven't had to set it up to where they're double wide and they go at the start finish line, or we're single file and go at the start finish line to get some separation between the trucks or cars. So Dover is a very challenging track. I don't want to see these guys go to a modified restart. I like how competitive they are. I like how they're not afraid to run side by side. They can do it cleanly. We've seen it. The first 2 stages were caution free. They can run this out under the green.
Yeah, I want to see them side by side on the restarts, not single file. It's just more exciting having double file restarts, and hopefully they can get a green flag stop in so they can do that little reset.
Yep. EV1101, thank you very much for the follow. Sorry I missed it when you first hit that button, but absolutely appreciate it. Go on over if you can, then smash that subscribe button. Uh, Definitely appreciate the support week in and week out, and also hit the notifications so you know every time NNR goes live. We race 3 times a week. So tonight, obviously the trucks here at Dover on Tuesday night between 8:30 and 9 o'clock is when the Xfinity um, race kicks off. And then Thursday night, I get to spend the evening with the one and only HD Motorsports, last year's Pro League champion runner-up. Finished only to second to the one and only Valley, but there's a little bit of conspiracy behind that if you watch that. Um, but your race for the lead is pretty much these three right here, and they are walking away from the rest of the field the same way they've done all race long. About 70 laps to go, give or take. I'm hoping that they stay green here, Rowdy.
Yeah, you should go back to the 69 and Little Tank. They're having a heck of a battle back here. About 5, 6 trucks back here battling it out, I think, for fourth.
Yeah, that's pretty close. I mean, you see Rowdy really trying to force the issue a little bit there with the 12. I'm sorry, with the 5, the 12 with Double J could have had a fender underneath that 18, but he chose to not do it, and he kind of backed off there just a little bit. Now you see Cowboy up top outside of the 75 of Fatless Dig. And that whole pack you were just talking about is just about all single file. But Fatless Dig, he's a competitor. He doesn't like to run single file. He'll try to mix it up. He tries to move into whatever line seems like it's working. A little bit of contact there that put Fatless Dig up the track just a little bit.
Ooh, man.
Good
He was
hands,
running
way to
good,
hold
too.
on to that.
Yeah, that was a good save by him.
Yeah, I talked earlier about Dover being a self-cleaning track. That was a great example right there. He went up and kind of tagged that outside wall just a little bit, and it forced him back. The banking forced him back down to where he had to kind of get out of the gas and get back in it again after a quick turn to the right to stay on track rather than the apron. There we go.
Yeah. Battle for fifth with Little Tank and the 94.
Yep,
Side by
94.
side.
Yep, 94 King Outbreak with 12 with Double J right behind him. Looks like 69 of Rowdy Burns going to go ahead and lead this little pack. Usually, I've come to notice that the guys that pick a very similar preset tend to race around each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's very different. Like, especially last week, you can definitely tell who was on a higher preset or a lower preset because we were just all around each other the whole night. And
Yep.
it's pretty fun, too.
Actually, I'm going to set right here on the nose of the one and only Cowboy. And when he works his way back around to the start-finish line, we're going to take a couple laps under green with this guy. See what kind of rhythm he's got. See where he's able to get on the brake, or if he's even using any brake, or where his throttle points are. If he's sliding up off the corner, see what kind of laps Cowboys putting down. And that brake will also be sponsored by old Deer Park with a little bit of raspberry lemonade flavoring inside. Go ahead, let's crank this one up, Rowdy.
All right, let's do it.
right, pretty quick 3 or 4 laps by none other than NNR Cowboy. Definitely seen him all over the back bumper of that 12 of Double J, and they were running down the 69 of Rowdy Burns. The 12 definitely had a chance right there to get under Rowdy, but well, he's the other Rowdy. You are the Rowdy.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
But anyway, during the crank it up, we have actually a new leader, Pete. Elite took the lead from the 8 truck. He bumped him going into 3, and the 8 went up a little bit, just enough to get by him, and pulled away from him a little bit. Looks like the
Definitely
8 is
have to-
struggling a little bit.
I'll definitely have to work my way up there. But real quick, I want to say quick Pop Bear, kind of thinking about you, man. I know earlier you said you were feeling a bit under the weather. You were going to try to complete all the laps at Dover tonight. Definitely hope you get to feeling better pretty soon. I know you're pretty close to one of those areas that are pretty hard hit by this whole coronavirus thing, and definitely hoping that that's not what you're sick from. Hopefully, maybe just a little bit of a cold, a little touch of the flu, maybe some allergies. I don't know, but just know, I'm thinking about you, Papa Bear. You feel better, sir. All right, let's go ahead and find that 64. Actually, there's a 51 of Swats. We talked about him earlier. Shadowlack mentioned that he's running an old Tim Richmond throwback, and those are definitely Tim Richmond's colors. Nice truck. Speaking of throwbacks and paint schemes and all that, there, Mr. Rowdy. As you see the
Yes,
51,
sir.
see the 51 kind of nose first into the inside wall and just
Oh,
hit it
no.
again. I have to see. Looks like I don't think caution is out. Nope.
No.
So nope. Yeah. He's definitely gonna have to try to do what he can to try to catch back up. Boehner saying that the 8 is on slightly older tires. That's why he's falling back. But I saw where you sent out a challenge on Twitter asking somebody to give you an idea for your next paint scheme or next throwback to run. I saw where somebody gave you, I think it was a 42 if I'm not mistaken, and then
Oh, yeah.
Aviator. The Aviator said that he was going to try to find something for you. I'm going to guess that's going to be a 48 paint scheme. But have you come up with any ideas, or anybody send you anything pretty good here yet?
Actually, J. Paul and Banner sent me to. Banner sent me to, I think it's the 1995 Kyle Petty Dover scheme.
Okay.
So I'm probably most likely going to run that for here. And of course, Darlington throwback. That's a surprise. J. Paul sent me that one. So you're going to have to wait 2 to 3
Okay.
weeks to see that one. But I still need one for Daytona, guys. I need a paint scheme for Daytona. So if you have a nice paint scheme, or if you can think of one, any friends, send it my way.
Actually, you know what? Let's make something out of that. Daytona's yeah, that's next week, right?
After the
I'll
weeks.
do this for this stream. I'll do it for the Xfinity stream and the Cup stream. We'll work on that. We'll leave it up to the people in chat, guys. Anybody out there? The Twitter links are on the bottom there. You see no name _ racing. You see HD's Twitter, and then you see mine at the very end. Repeat 1975. Hit me up on Twitter. Follow me. I'll follow you right back. I promise. And send me whatever car you'd like to see Rowdy run at Daytona. And if he picks your paint scheme and you see it on track, and you say, you send me something in the chat or on Twitter or whatever, saying, Pete, that's my that's my paint scheme. That was the one that I picked Rowdy to win. If Rowdy verifies that, I'll send you something. I'll send you something from the NNR site. Maybe I'll send you a keychain or something like that. I think that's pretty fair. Send you
That,
an NNR keychain for picking
I think that's pretty
the
cool.
winning paint scheme for Rowdy at Daytona. I think that's
I
a
think
pretty
that's
good
pretty
idea.
cool. And guys, I'm doing this for the rest of the season, even through the chase. So if you don't get picked this week, you might get picked next week or the week after that. So just keep sending them in, and I'll put it on the track.
There you go. So yeah, if Rowdy picks your paint scheme, I'll s- um I'll send you an NNR keychain.
Ooh, I'm so excited for that now.
Thank you very much for kind of you know uh yeah, that works. I like that idea.
Oh yeah.
Now I just got to get a hold of Coey and buy keychains in bulk. Thanks a lot. You just talked me into it. I'll need a few of them. Coey, if you're out there listening, I need some keychains.
Yes, Corey. Me too. I'm your teammate. Come on. Alrighty. Who's leading the race? I know they're doing pit stops, but
Yep. Pit stops are absolutely underway. By the way, Banner is saying Kyle Petty actually won that race. Half the field wrecked on lap 2, literally like a 20-car wreck, and Kyle Petty was able to soldier on and get the W.
so Banner's saying if I run that paint scheme and everybody wrecks, I might get lucky and get a win. I'll take my chances. Thank you,
That's
Banner.
kind of sad. If that's the omen. All right.
Whew. Alrighty. Looks like it was
There you go,
spread
Mountain.
out.
Mountain saying, Pete, guess who just acquired a gaming laptop? Yeah, boy. Gonna have to try out this iRacing. So there you go.
Alrighty.
Mountain, can I make a suggestion? Wait until after the end of this season, because you're gonna get on there and it's gonna throw your wheel off. It's gonna throw your timing off. It's gonna throw you off. I would definitely wait until after the end of the 2020 season, then dabble in the iRacing. It's completely different.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
and it's definitely fun.
But oh yeah, it's absolutely a lot of fun, and it will work with your G920. All right, a lot of conversation going on. Hey, talk about old Kyle Petty. Here's a mellow yellow throwback on Spurl right here. Got the rocking that 17. He's got the Mac Tools red logo on the hood. He's got the green bumper with the yellow line. It's kind of a nice looking truck.
It is. It'll
Spurl
probably look
getting in
even
the
better
mix
under
there.
the lights. Under the lights.
Oh, I thought you had a G920. Okay, well, you got the Thrustmaster TMX. That will also absolutely work with iRacing. All right, 98 of Vader. I haven't really talked about him much. I keep wanting to say 98 of Bowling, but I know better.
Don't really see much going on besides Tripp and Rowdy Burns in 3 and 4, but that's about it. Everybody's pretty much spread out in little packs.
Yep, very spread out. I'm going to keep, I'll actually go ahead and try to find those guys.
How many laps we got left?
I was about to pull up, what you call it, Horns Stream right now. Tell you what, 33 of Trippy Main, he's pretty loose getting into the corners. Seen that a couple times. Okay, actually, I found Carol's stream first, and we've got 40 to go. So I'm gonna guess they're gonna have to. They might have to pit like once more and then stop again, unless these guys are able to go another 10 laps. I don't think it was all that long ago where they pit, so we'll have to see. But they've definitely got a bit of a green flag race, looking a little bit of lag again. I can't talk right now. It's looking very green. So we'll have to see. It looks like 69 of Rowdy Burns ducked down low. Thought he might have been able to pull into the pits. A little bit of contact there with the back bumper of the 18 of Cowboy. All right.
Yeah, looks like the 8
69
trucks
down
just
low again.
all by himself. I don't even see anybody behind him.
Behind who?
Behind the 8, Asville.
Yeah.
He's all alone now. I think he's starting to get into lap traffic. And I think that the 88 about a turn up there. So I don't know what happened to the 88. Maybe he had a little bit more trouble. But he's coming quick.
88 is actually pretty lucky. He's got the cushion that he has because he's been used up tonight on a couple
definitely.
of instances. So he's got like 100 something points on second place. If he didn't have that cushion, I think he'd be driving a very, very different race. But I've been on the 18 of Cowboy and the 12 of Double J. They've been mixing it up just a little bit. One pulls up to the bumper. Seems like they get through the corner at very different speeds. 12's pretty strong. Catch up to the 16. Old bot plays. I was watching his stream the other night, and he was pretty good. The race that he ran at Homestead, pretty strong. I actually think he went on to win that race, if I'm not mistaken. It was either bot plays or bot fusion, one of the two.
Yeah, I'm gonna start to have to follow these truckers on Twitch and everything. Twitter, they're surprising me with all these green flag runs and all this great driving tonight. Besides a couple cautions here and there, but they're doing pretty good. I'm proud of them.
Yeah, they are. The truck races do notoriously, for the most part, go green. I'm gonna guess that's probably why Carroll didn't call for a modified restart. He knew that it was just maybe just a problem they were working out then. People getting overly aggressive on those new tires, trying to get every position they could possibly get. Right off the bat, when the tires are new, you got a full load of gas. The truck is gonna stick. You do all you can to get as much as you can right off the bat. They say you can't win it on the first lap, but you sure can lose it.
Yeah, I think pit stops are starting to happen. Little Tank just came down pit road, so I think it's pit stops are happening. Pete.
Yep, pit stop. Let me see. Novocaine just saying I see a lot of drivers really diamonding out the corners. I figured being glued to the bottom would be the fastest. Yeah, Novocaine, I guess it's really depending on the way that your truck is handling. You're able to run it on the bottom, get back into gas, and the rear end is free enough to where you can get back in the throttle and get that rear end to slide a little bit. This track doesn't really wear a whole lot. You can really make up some time, but if your truck is tight, you can definitely diamond out these corners and get hella runs going down the front end backstretch. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. I'm actually going to check in with Carol's stream again. Last time I checked, there was 40 to go. And he is actually having some issues, so I'm going to switch streams over to Cowboy. All right, Cowboy is running in P7 right now. And when next time he comes to across the start-finish line, I'll get us a lap count yet again, as we've been watching the 19 of Horn on screen. There's the 9 of Carroll, 20 of Striker. Striker's having a pretty good race, I would imagine. Let's see. Here's the 8 of Asbel.
Yeah, I've been riding with him the last 5 laps.
Yep. Cowboy just came across the start-finish line, and I believe it said there were 23 laps to go. So they clicked these laps off here pretty quick. What kind of lap times were you running in your practices, Rowdy?
I was running around 23 ones. I know Kamal was down in the 23 O's, so I'm a little off, but I think we can get down into 22 nines and eights if the setup's right, but I don't think you want to be that fast because for the long run, you don't want to get too loose, especially here when you're loose in and loose off in the cup cars.
Now, was that okay? So if you're running ones by yourself, how much do you think that'll affect your setup in the draft?
It
Or
would
how
have
much
probably
how
affected
much
a
do you think
lot.
you'll be able to pick up in the
So
draft? I should say.
probably a good 2 to 3 tenths in the
Wow.
draft.
Boehner was just
So
saying that the draft here is strong. I didn't think it was 2 or 3 tenths, stronger, but that's pretty good.
it depends on who's all in front of you, and cars around you. If you're getting pushed up to the car in front of you, so it really depends. If it's like more like a tenth or two with just one car in front of you, but probably 2 to 3 with a car behind you, pushing them up to you. And the 8 truck's finally coming down pit road, Pete.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm back here with the 69 to see the. I think that was the 51 that just peeled off in front of him. A few others as well. So from this pit stop, they all can make it on gas. They can get 30 laps on a tank. Um, so they should be able to race it on from there. Boehner saying 23 flats. Solo speed is really quick on a preset. So if you're running ones, Kamal's running flats. That's that's pretty strong from what Boehner's saying here.
Yeah,
So Kamal, if you're
it's
still
pretty
out
strong.
there and you're running flats, well, there you go, buddy.
Yeah, he's always good here, so I'm probably going to lean on him this week a little bit more. I haven't really got the track down yet. It's going to take me probably all week to get it down.
Somebody was asking a little bit ago, and I did get a chance to mention it. Somebody's asking when the next fun run race was. I would imagine it would be tomorrow, getting ready
Yeah,
for
Monday?
the Xfinity race. Yep. Getting ready for the Xfinity race, and then there should be another one on Wednesday, getting ready for the the Cup race. White powder. What's happening, man? Pulling for the 75 of Fatless Dig. White powder 62. Is that a skiing reference, or you once worked for Johnson & Johnson? I'm just kind of spitballing there. Here's the 51 of Swats with the 94 right behind him. 19 of Horn. 9 of Carroll. There's 20 of Stryker making his pit stop right now.
We got a little battle going on in front of Fatless Dig. They're swapping
Yes.
positions.
Boehner, you have no idea how much I hesitate on saying his name during the streams. Powder. White powder. Not without the D. White powder, I would actually, I'd like it if you change your name so I can actually talk about you. I say your name fast, and all of a sudden people are trying to boot me. Powder. But nah, man, definitely appreciate it. Glad you're here to check it out.
There was a wreck coming out of 4, Pete, but there was no caution. It looks like Carroll was involved. Unfortunate, but it looks like he got it going now. He was head on into the wall.
Yeah. We got to be getting to under, got to be well under 20 by now. Try to catch back up with the 8, see what he's got in front of and behind him. I'll also pull back the stream of Cowboy to see if he's able to show me anything. As you see him there on screen. Right now, Cowboy is running in P9. In front of him, he's got he's got Fatless Dig and the 19 Horn, and behind him, Watt has made a great recovery. Watt is back up to P10, and the 33 a trip is in 11. So as more and more cars continue to make their way down pit road, we'll have to see if the 18 is able to pick up any more spots. He's definitely looking pretty strong right here. About ready to dive underneath the 17, this mellow yellow throwback, pushing him all the way through the center of the corner and off. Show a little bit of a fender here, getting into the corner. 17 moved up, allowed the 18 to move on by. So now the 18's got another position to look ahead of him. He's got old Double J. The Vader's actually one lap down right now. So, yep.
That was a little flashback of me. I had a little flashback right there. He pushed him all the way down the backstretch.
Yeah,
You're making me proud, cowboy. I'm just joking.
Still gonna try to
Looks
find
like the
that.
leader's behind him.
Yep. We've got 8 laps to go, so I'm trying to find that 8 truck. 8 laps, number 8 truck. There he is. There's Asbel. Again, I can't verify that Asbel is your leader. I'm going to guess he is, as he's getting by the 98 pretty cleanly. 98 definitely moved up and let him go. So I'm going to guess that he wasn't trying to hold up the leader. And as you said earlier, Rowdy, he had the 88 Watt Racing in his sights. If Watt right now is running in P9, that means that Asbel is actually catching up to 9th and 8th, which is Watt Racing and NNR Cowboy. So he's trying to catch and lap the top 10. Yeah, this guy he's on a tear.
Yeah, he's on rails right now. I can't believe it. Mostly the whole field is a lap down. It's just, wow.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
Yep, that means he's got about 15 cars 1 lap or more down. I tell you what, when these points reset and we get ready to go, championship racing, Watt's really going to have to look out for this guy. Since he came in, he was one of those guys that joined off the stream. He was there every week, loved chatting, kept it going, and now here he is. We're talking about him winning races, possibly winning or challenging for a championship. I don't know if any other. I know 2 years ago you won the truck Xfinity and Cup Series championship, all in the same number, which you're back in this year, that 13 car. So, man, that. It's gonna be a lot of fun to call these chase races as we get past the next couple weeks.
Yeah, that was actually a fun year for me.
Back
Last
on
year
your
was
old
pretty
AK
fun.
poopy pants.
Yeah, last year was fun, but I didn't get the championship, so I was like, I might as well go back to my 13 car, see if I get that little magic back.
Yeah, it definitely worked for you. I think you were the reason for a rule that Coey made, where if you're in the trucks, you can't run Xfinity and Cup except for a number of times, so nobody could actually dominate the points as you did. Go in and just kind of skate away with 3 championships in 1 year.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do it. it just happened. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
As looks like we've got 2 laps here to go. Kind of curious if the 8 is actually pushing it right now, or he's gonna allow the 18, or if he can catch the 18 to try to put him a lap down, or what.
I think that's it right there.
Thinking, yeah, that was it right there as the 8 went on by. So we're gonna be looking at top 3. All right, so I called Asbel. We'll have to see who second and third is. I'll keep an eye on Cowboys stream. once they make it on back to the lobby. But Cowboy finished 8th. Pretty solid run for him. It's going to definitely advance his points. So first, second, and third was Asbel, exclusively elite in that 64, and then King Outbreak, followed by Little Tank, Sully, Watt Racing, Double J, and Cowboy. Cowboy was actually the last truck on the lead lap. Everybody else after that was at least one lap down. So great run by Asbel. We'll get a chance to talk to him here shortly, right along with exclusively elite and King Outbreak. Guys, again, please go on up if you don't mind, and smash that follow button, hit the subscribe button. Come along with us. We have a lot of fun calling these races. Tonight it was the trucks. Tuesday night's going to be Xfinity. Thursday it's going to be the Cup Series. Different leaders, different people up front, different people calling the races. I'm gonna about the only constant. Boehner saying good win, Asbel. I think that's Master Killer. I'm not quite sure. As always, yep, that's Master Killer with that dark blue font. Always makes me get up to read who it is. Saying it must be Dale Jr. in the lead. Yeah, I like that. I like that 8 truck that he runs. It kind of reminds me of the old dark Bud paint schemes that Dale Jr. ran years and years ago.
I fixed it for you. I made it look like the actual Dale Jr. car.
Thank you very much. But yeah, I ended up not backing out, so I'm going to Eldora. I'll catch y'all. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Master Killer says, tell Junior, also known as Asbel, good win. Absolutely. So that's congrats from the one and only Master Killer. Let me back out
Thank
of
you.
Eldora here, and then I will work my way over to the... All right, and we are in the trucks. All right, so let me get back in here. All right, so I see Outbreak, I see Asbel, and I see exclusively Elite. Elite, you came in second, right?
10-4.
All righty. Rowdy, go ahead and take Outbreak, please.
Outbreak, you got me?
I got you, bud.
Hey, man, you ran up front all night, and you had a good truck. Tell me how the racing was out there.
Racing was pretty good. Besides, my truck was really not great off the start. I got stuck in traffic, and yeah, I just couldn't make my way through the field. I felt like I had a top 5 truck tonight. I just kept going on the restarts all the way back to maybe 10th, 11th, and then finally green flag stops, caught me a breather there, and I was able to catch some fresh tires and catch up on everybody, and ended up coming up to the top 5. And apparently, I think Sully either ran out of fuel or something, and I was 4th, and I was I really did caution to catch him, and somehow he ran out of fuel, and I was lucky to get 3rd. So I feel bad for Sully a lot. He had a really fast truck, and I'm really proud of everybody on this team, with everybody exclusive, Badley, and everybody else, Pars, and everyone. I'm really happy for my teammate getting 2nd. As congratulations on the win, pal. Really nice job. And yeah, it was just a really good night.
All right.
Well, whichever one of y'all is Christian, Eliza Jane is in chat saying, "Go Christian!" So, Eliza, thank you very much for coming on out tonight. And Combat Beast, thank you very much for the bits, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, an Outbreak. Yeah, slowly ran out of gas. He didn't take enough.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way this dude just really had a flat tire or something. I'm like, he just must have been out of fuel. Because I was 10 seconds back, and I'm like, why is this getting smaller and smaller?
He was so mad. He's like, I had a 10-second gap, and I just threw it away.
Yeah, I tell him I feel really bad for him. Trust me.
Anyway, congratulations on your 3rd place tonight. Good run. Pete?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with it, man. It's a hell of a race for you. It's good to see some new people up front and up front often. Asbel, I don't know what NNR is going to do with you. I think we might just have to park you. We'll have to see if that truck passes inspection here
He always
in
said he
Yeah,
was gonna
just a
do it in
little bit.
Daytona if I got that big of a lead, so I gotta
there's
call him
no
back.
way he passed. I
But
want full inspection done.
Outbreak, any shout outs from you, sir?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody that supported me, and I want to thank my teammates a lot, especially Combat, Badly, Exclusive, Parzival, Bot Fusion, Bot Plays, everybody that helps me get trucks and cars that go really fast, like tonight, and hopefully we can do it again in the Xfinity Series.
I tell you what, if you got teammates like Parzival, I call him the silent mouse, over in the Cup Series. He is always up front, but he does. I don't think he gets the attention that he deserves. So if you got guys like that behind you, and you're bouncing ideas off them, you're gonna go pretty far, man. Congratulations on your
Yeah,
P3 tonight.
thanks again, Pete.
You got it, buddy. Elite, you got me, sir.
I do.
How about that, man? I saw you up there, battling with the two of Sully, the 8 of Asbel, the 88 of Watt before whatever happened with him. I think he got used up a couple times. Um, you know, you were definitely a top contender all race long. How was the truck in the draft that you were dealing with, and with the little bit of traffic compared to when you were practicing on your own, getting prepared for tonight's race?
The truck would get a lot tighter in the draft, especially behind Asbel, and I'm sure Asbel could say the same for whenever he was behind me. And it was just a work in progress, and it all worked out.
All right. Were you one of those guys that kind of had the diamond off the corner, or did you have it going through the center and off pretty well to where you were able to hug the bottom?
I hugged the bottom for the main part, but anytime I'd have to go make a pass, I would diamond it to get low on the straightaway.
Gotcha. And get that speed off. Saw a few people talking about that in chat, and you just went ahead and confirmed that. I just wanted to see if what we saw is actually the way that it was being called. Absolutely, great run for you tonight. You're fitting that NNR mold pretty well so far. Welcome to your first top three, man.
Thank you, man.
Yep. Any shout outs? Anybody you want to give a quick thanks to?
I just want to thank all of y'all for supporting the league and showing it, and also for Outbreak giving me my shot at it, and also for my girlfriend who decided to yell in the chat.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, she followed earlier. I wasn't quite sure who she was, but yeah, absolutely, Miss Eliza. Thank you very much. Your man's P2. A little bit of a celebratory drink afterwards. Who knows? But man, congrats. Looking forward to catching you next week at Daytona, and then after that, we got the Lady in Black. A couple more weeks before we head into the chase, sir.
All right, thank you.
You got it, bud. All right, Rowdy. You want to take old Asbel, see if you can pick up any pointers for Thursday night?
Nah, go ahead. This is your show, man.
10-4. Asbel, what's happening?
Not much, man.
Man, I tell you what. I don't know what people are going to... Man, you've been in NNR for just a short while. I'm running out of things to talk to you about. I mean, how many times can I ask you what you did to that car or that truck to set it on rails as you do? You end up in clean air. I'm going to guess that has a lot to do with it. But at a track like Dover, you can't keep the clean air very long because eventually you're going to catch other cars. And I think you had, up to 8th place, one lap or more down. Tell us about that machine you had out there tonight.
Man, I mean, I just got lucky practicing. I practiced. I practiced whenever I set the picture, and I practiced for 5 laps. I said, okay, this ain't a bad start off on this preset. I went down, did a few adjustments. When it came out, I said, all right, well, I got my setup. So I mean, it was just a little bit of changes. There wasn't much to it. Just the only thing I had to do in dirty air, you cannot get to their bumper at all in the middle of the corner. You're shooting up the track, so you got to kind of lift a little bit more than normal and get that good run off the corner, so you can get underneath them going down the back stretch and stuff like that. So I mean, it was a good truck. Like Elite was saying though, it does get a little bit tighter in the draft. Like I said, you just got to let off a little bit more just so you can get that run on them. But overall, it was a real fun race.
Man, when you're winning, how could it be anything but fun, right? I tell you, Boehner wants to know what you're gonna have uh, for your truck on Tuesday night. I'm guessing with the bit of a clinic you put on tonight, he's gonna want a couple pointers, or hell, you might even have Rowdy here catching up with you afterwards, saying, "Hey, I'm running like a
Let me get that
21."
set up.
I'm running like a 21-1 or a 20 flat. What do you got? What can you help me out with there, young gun? But um, Bengals is also in chat. I'm guessing he's another one of your friends saying congrats, Asbel.
Who?
Um, Bengals 543. Well, that's at
I
least
know it
what
is, but
his
thank you, man.
there you go. Um, but man, yeah, congrats on another dominant win. You definitely had the truck to beat. We've got next week at Darlington. That's kind of
Daytona.
yeah,
Daytona.
Daytona, and then Darlington after that. Yeah, I know. uh, Daytona, anybody can knock it out of the park. Then Darlington, probably one of the most technical tracks on the circuit, aside from the road courses. Where do you see yourself within the next couple weeks?
What you mean, like where I'm at during the race
Yeah, no.
or in points?
Where do you see yourself in points? You think you're going to have a couple more wins to notch under it? Are you typically pretty good at the Lady in Black? Are you a good pusher? Are you a good leader for Daytona? What kind of a driver will we see out of Asbel here in the next couple weeks?
I mean, coming to Daytona, I love plate racing, but I mean, coming to Daytona, it's pretty much where you're at in a good right time. I mean, if I'm stuck in third and I can't get a run, going to lead, or if I'm stuck in fourth, I'm just gonna pretty much stick in line. Whoever goes out is gonna get left out the drive. Unless I'm with my teammates, then I mean that's a bigger, different story. But I mean, like I said, Daytona, it's anybody's track in my opinion. That's always how it's been for me. I mean, I get sometimes lucky. You just gotta get the high side working sometimes, but it's a it's a get lucky track in my opinion. But in Darlington, man, I love me some Darlington. I love it in the truck, so that should be a good race.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, earlier, for the race that kicked it all off, NNR JR Horn had a hell of a push from the five of Little Tank most of the race at Daytona. So if you're friends with Little Tank or Horn, they might be a couple guys that you wanna get pretty close to when it comes to some good old super speedway racing.
Oh, my buddy NNR Trip, he's a hell of a pusher too. Me and him used to run in different leagues all the time. And plate tracks, he's always the one behind me. So we'll see how it goes on the trucks. It should be fun.
There you go. Rowdy, you got anything for tonight's winner?
You want to drive? You want to drive the 13 car for Thursday?
I mean, hell, dude, if it's eligible, sure, let me get run it, man.
I'm just joking, man. Congratulations on your win. I heard about you down here tearing it up. Now I seen it, making me a believer. You got talent, and hopefully Coe brings you up to the Cup Series. Hopefully next year, so you can do the same thing to us.
I mean, I wouldn't put it that far. You got some fast guys, and
yeah, a little bit. Congratulations again, man, on your win. It was pretty nice.
thank you, Rowdy.
Well, there you go. And guys, don't forget, Rowdy threw it out there earlier. If you send him an idea for a paint scheme for him to run at Daytona, and he picks your paint scheme and puts it on track, I'm gonna personally send you an NNR keychain as kind of a thank you. All you got to do is just be there. If you see it's your paint scheme out there, just send me a message on Twitter. Again, The no name underscore racing is for the community. HD Motorsports, obviously no introduction is needed there. And then little old me, repeat 1975 at the end. Send in your paint scheme suggestions, and if Rowdy picks yours, again, I'll send you an NNR keychain. But for tonight, that's gonna be it. We're gonna look forward to Tuesday night, and the Xfinity guys, they're gonna tackle the concrete jungle, and then yeah, Thursday night. After Thursday night, we will have two more races before we kick off the chase. Again, Daytona and Darton. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Please go on up, smash that follow button, hit the subscribe if you can. Make sure you hit the notifications anytime we go live. Follow us all the way around. For all you Pro League hopefuls out there, good luck. Definitely pulling for you, especially the one and only CGMX Rose. Hashtag grow with your Rose. You got Sledgehammer and Jose720. Everybody else, good luck, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Everybody stay healthy, please. Later.